The Omoda nameplate arrived in South Africa in 2023 as sort of like premium cousin of Cherry. And it first introduced the C5, which actually has done quite well. Now that took on like the Volkswagen Tiguan, the Mazda CX-5, the Kia Sportage, a fave of mine. But it also took on the BMW X1 and basically more premium models. And that's because Omoda's come in going, nope, we are premium. And I think we were all a bit like, ha ha ha. But enter the C9. Now this is a bigger, more powerful model than, say, the C5. And what it's come in to do is basically take on the likes of the Mercedes-Benz GLC. Now I've mentioned the Mercedes-Benz specifically because when they launched the C9, I arrived at that launch in a Mercedes-Benz. And so when I got out of it and into this one, I was really pleasantly surprised by the fact that I didn't feel like I'd really changed cars. I was sort of like, well, this is fancy. And because it has maybe taken a few cues from Mercedes-Benz, like the fact that you've got the electrical adjustments here for the seats up on the door panel, like Mercedes-Benz does, and even the gear stick is, like an indicator stalk, like Mercedes-Benz behind the steering wheel. It's very a la JLR with these handles that like pop out. So it does look very premium and it is very striking. Now inside again, very, like I say, Mercedes-Benz, very premium, very sort of plush, the leather and everything. This is Napa leather. I'm in the four-wheel drive Explore model, which is the top of the range. So it's got all the bells and whistles. You've got two 12.5-inch screens in here. One for infotainment, obviously one for digital instrument cluster and everything. It's a lot. There's a lot going on, right? A lot of information here. It's all very customizable. The graphics are really beautiful and it has everything. And like Mercedes-Benz, a lot of the time I find those just so over the top with so much going on that you need to spend quite a lot of time familiarizing yourselves on how everything works and where everything is. The same thing applies here. The car is super spacious, especially in the rear. The legroom, the headroom, the boot, everything. It is a very large car, and I think for a family, just fantastically spacious. All the materials used have been well thought out. It's got ambient lighting for days, a heated steering wheel, from heated front and rear seats. It's even got like a fragrance thing down here that you can choose the fragrance of your car and then it spits it every now and again. It's got a 12-speaker sound system, but one in the speaker, which I would like to rip out. I don't know why anybody thinks that's a good idea. It's really not great. When I'm speaking to somebody and it's coming out here, it's strange. The beep that was bothering me was coming out of there. I'm sure there's maybe a way to maybe turn it off. I don't know. I've tried to look for it. I can't find it, but it is not my vibe. I don't want that. So it has a 2-liter turbo petrol engine, which is the same as the Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro Max, but it is more powerful, right? So it's got 197 kilowatts of power and 400 newton meters of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed auto, and power is sent either to the front wheels if you're in the other derivative. Now, it is very punchy, very powerful, sort of very smooth shifting and all of that. When you want to change the mode, just don't get a fright, right? Because now you're driving.
Normal mode, sport mode, snow mode, mud mode.
So I was...
Sport mode.
Oh, no.
Off-road mode.
No.
Eco mode.
Come back into eco. Right, there we go. So just be careful because she might give you a bit of a fright. She did me the first time. I thought I was turning the fan on and I wasn't. I changed modes. Maybe had myself a little heart attack. It kicks off at about 786,000 Rand. And then for this model, it's at around 886. Now, they had a promotional special in October by about 25,000 Rand, so that might have changed. It might have gone up a little bit, about 25,000 Rand, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna take time, a whole lot of precious time. It's gonna take